Hello, I'm Christian McKay with the Montana Department of Livestock. This is our second video update on timely events, and we may make this a regular occurrence here. Today we're going to touch on a couple of topics. We're here again with Dr. Marty Zalewski, Montana State Veterinarian. Dr. Zalewski, where are we at with the EHV situation? A week later, what have we found in Montana?
Fortunately, the state of Montana remains free of EHV related to the Ogden, Utah event. We had one suspect that we were following. This is a horse that was pastured with a horse that attended on the Ogden event. That horse was sampled and those tests came back negative last Saturday. Since that time, we haven't had any more suspects, and at this point don't have any confirmed positives. So we're relieved about that.
A big sigh of relief for Montana horse owners. Heard North Dakota has additional restrictions on horses. Is it all horses coming into North Dakota, or just Montana horses? How is that, and what are those restrictions that they put on?
Well, North Dakota, in addition to several other states, has created some additional some additional checking of horses coming into the state. And so what North Dakota has had previously is the horses that stayed for less than 7 days in the state were exempt from the health requirements, so they did not have to have a health certificate. As of a couple days ago, all horses coming to North Dakota, even those staying for less than 7 days, have to have a health certificate. So that follows a Wyoming requirement that required that horses have to be inspected within 72 hours of entry into that state. So a number of states have ramped up their requirements. The state of Montana has also increased the vigilance for horses coming in, but because the state of Montana already requires an import permit that's issued by our office, we're able to interview those veterinarians and discuss horse exposure at that point. So we felt we didn't have to put up formal requirements or additional requirements.
Okay, good news. We're getting in the summertime, a lot of events. People are traveling with their horses a lot. Rodeo season's getting kicked off. Are we out of the woods? What advice would you have for horse owners that are traveling?
You know, it's difficult to say that the risk is zero because it isn't. And not only is there still some cases from this Ogden event cropping up in a number of states. These are horses that were exposed to horses that were at Ogden. Typically, the new cases are limited to barns that have already been quarantined for the disease. But the state of Montana, you know, fortunately, we haven't had cases, and at this point, I look at the risk as being very small. Barn owners or event coordinators can make sure that they practice good farm biosecurity, event biosecurity. They might want to have their competitors or attendees make sure that their horses are temped on a regular basis prior to and at the event, and then take action should that not be the case.
Okay. Okay, switching topics. We're coming to the end of a long winter all over Montana, especially in and around Yellowstone Park. Has been a very challenging season for bison management. Things are pretty well wrapped up on the north side. How about on the west side? Where are we at currently with our bison management program?
Well, we've been challenged by moisture, just like many people in the state. The West Yellowstone area has had a huge amount of snow, certainly significantly greater than over previous years. So we are looking to, now with a little bit of warmer weather coming up, we're looking to have a pushback to return the bison back to Yellowstone National Park next week.
In the past, we've had staggered hazings where they're moved back further into the park towards Madison Junction, down to Fountain Flats. Are we still looking for that this year? Absolutely. We've had a number of conversations with park officials about hazing bison within the interior of the park, and that really, those efforts are coordinated and they're designed to make sure that the bison that we're able to return from the outside of the park, that they keep getting pushed further in, and that they wind up staying in that habitat that's made for them. How do numbers compare this year as to last year? Well, fortunately, the number of bison that are out of the park are significantly fewer than last year, which is a pleasant finding, and that includes the bison that have
wandered into the no tolerance area, into the zone 3. So not only we have fewer bison total in the western area, but we also have had many fewer problems with bison going out beyond the area of tolerance. So
that's good news. Yeah, okay. Well, the end of a challenging season is finally upon us, so we hope that goes well.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Marty Zalewski, I'm Christian McKay for the Montana Department of Livestock.
Thanks so much.